So it is time to compare the KV-2 and the T1E1. Now, both of these heavy tanks are probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite, low tier vehicles of all time at the moment. And it will be fun to see how they compare to one another. I mean, I like to do these comparisons, they are fun, and I also do get to play the vehicles, and I usually show some very good gameplay here. So the T1E1 has a 76.2mm gun. It is a very maneuverable and very fast heavy tank. 37 km is the top speed, the reverse also 37. It has 60 tons, 6 crew members, 149mm penetration, very fast, reload 5.9 seconds. Decently, well, the turret, I mean the turret is okay, I guess. The turret speed is decent and the armor is decent, although it does have some weak spots, but those weak spots aren't that obvious, and this vehicle is overall very agile, so you can angle it, you can take advantage of the main gun's accuracy, and overall, if I have to say that there is one overpowered vehicle, it's probably this one. This whole platoon is ridiculous. The caliber is insane. The T1E1 has a stabilized main gun, by the way. Yes, a stabilizer in rank 2, tier 2, lovely, isn't it? But yeah, this is probably the most advanced and I would say the most ridiculous tank in this tier, in this category basically. And it is insanely fun. I 100% recommend that you save up golden eagles and get this thing, because it's ridiculous how good it is. Now, the king of trolls, the tank that started the whole troll trend, the KV-2, has a monstrosity of a gun, 152mm. It is fairly fast, 34 km/h is total speed, the reverse is 6 km/h, 52 tons, 6 crew members, penetration 95, reload 33.3 seconds, and the armor is decent, but it has a very big flat turret surface below the gun, which can be penetrated easily. It also has the driver's hatch, which is also the weak spot, and basically the same weak spots that we see on the other KV hulls. Now, the main gun's penetration isn't much, but it has a anti-concrete shell, which was designed to bust bunkers basically, and it has a HE shell, which can overpressure literally everything that we have in the game at the moment. So the main gun on this monstrosity is insane. And well, let me show you some gameplay for these vehicles. The main gun's penetration on KV-2 isn't the best, but you don't really need a lot of penetration when you start to load explosive. And the anti-concrete shell is also pretty wild. It just breaks the tank apart. So yeah, it's also one of my favorite vehicles to drive around when I want to, you know, have some fun. But I'll start with the T1E1 because this thing is just insane. So this tank's top speed actually is 40 km/h, reverse is also 40 km/h, I forgot to mention that. A bit higher than the speed specified, so for a heavy tank in this tier, this is just broken. And the main gun, it has two guns. It has a 76.2mm main gun, and it has a 37mm secondary. The secondary is firing classic AP shells, and the secondary gun isn't, you know, it can penetrate side armor, and I use it simultaneously with the main gun. It is usable, and it can kill tanks, so it is a very interesting concept. You also don't have to spend much time aiming, since it basically has the same shell velocity as the main gun. And I did manage to set off the ammo with the secondary gun on a lot of vehicles, so it's better than nothing, I guess. If you have a tank on the side, the secondary can penetrate it quite easily. and the secondary also does some interesting damage. I like the fact that it has a secondary gun. I use it all the time, and the default ammo is, well, you can change the default ammo, but it does seem like the game doesn't count the secondary gun ammo as the main ammo on the whole, so it does seem like you can't get ammo racked because of the secondary gun ammo. At least that's what it looks like. I could be wrong, I don't know, I haven't really noticed this tank being ammo racked that often. It is surprisingly a robust vehicle, and you can use the angling tricks. The side armor can bounce easily, although the armor on this isn't as good as the armor on the KV-2, and the KV-2 can easily wreck this tank. Basically, if you get shot by a KV-2 anywhere, it just pops. The KV-2's HE shell or the AC shell just wrecks the T1E1. And these two vehicles will fight quite often on the battlefield. They're one of the most two popular vehicles that you will see. The Calliope does feel a bit more popular. I mean, the Calliope is really wild, and I really love the Calliope. That thing is just insane. But the KV Platoon is also very good. Well, I think it's the cheapest golden platoon in the game at the moment. And I did buy the KV Platoon because I just love the vehicle. I just love the KV, and no way that I skip on the KV vehicle. This is impossible. It's a troll machine, and I'm so happy that I got it because, man, let me tell you, that thing is, I mean, it is wild. The KV is wild, and it is definitely fun to use. But the main drawback of the KV is definitely the reload. It does take a while to reload that thing, so you have to rely on the team a bit more, but this vehicle can easily carry a whole match on its own. I actually used this vehicle when I reached the top of the leaderboard. It was just so easy to drive it and so easy to I mean, I was steamrolling everything with this vehicle back when I was chasing the leaderboard. It was a pleasure to drive this vehicle. I played like 50-60 games with it, all 10 plus kills each. It was insane. Honestly, it was insane. This thing is wild. There we go, one more kill. I mean, I'm doing pretty well so far, I would say. Doing pretty well so far. Just have to be careful not to mess up. I usually get carried away and just, you know, yeet, and my tank gets clapped down the road because I get too greedy, and when you get too greedy you get killed. That's what happens. But that's fine. I mean, if I get like 10 kills and if I get killed, I'm fine with that because you know, it's already a decent game. And even if I lose the vehicle in the match, it's not a big deal. A good match is a good match. As simple as that. Now, let me see where. Oh, let's just roll around the enemy base for now. Seems like the enemy base became my playground. I mean, if you are quite skilled, this vehicle will be for you 100%. This thing is just, it doesn't have like the best ammo. APC BC, I would rate APHE BC above APC BC, but this is the explosive APC BC, so you know, technically APHE in a way. Although there's a difference, but you know, it's a decent shell. It's going to penetrate. It's going to do damage when it goes in, and it does do enough damage. Oh, and a M6A1. Surprisingly, that vehicle is almost the same as this vehicle, but there's a difference. This vehicle is just better. A rank 2 vehicle better than a rank 3 vehicle, tier 3 vehicle. Isn't that lovely? Oh, look, another one of these. SBAA, so we just load one HE shell and there we go. One more kill. That was kill number 9. That was good. Well, that was a good match. Not my best match, obviously, but I'll take it. Not going to complain about 9 kills. That's pretty decent, I would say. Alright, let's go to the KV-2. Let's have some fun now. I play KV-2 for the lols and giggles because, man, let me tell you, if there's something satisfying, it's just watching a tank blow up when they get hit by this monstrosity of a shell. It's such a big shell that it has so much kinetic energy, it basically just breaks whatever it hits. So you don't need to penetrate to kill. Technically, it should be that way. Basically, this thing should have so much kinetic energy that if it just hits, it just breaks the armor, it just breaks the tank, and yeah, tank is unusable. Although this is a game, so we can have all that, but it would be fun if we did have something like that. Sometimes I'm kind of convinced that they have implemented that physics aspect, because sometimes when I hit the enemy, the shell doesn't penetrate, the shell explodes on the outside, but it kills everything on the inside. But it's not overpressure, because it's a AC shell, it's a anti-concrete shell, although technically it should have some overpressure capability since it has a lot of explosive to it, but it's still a armor piercing shell, while the HE shell does overpressure, it just breaks everything whenever it hits. I mean, in some cases you don't even have to hit to kill. I've had occasions where my shell lands like 3 meters off a target and it just does a double kill. So it's basically like having a portable artillery, and that makes this thing so ridiculous to drive around. And to think that the KV-2 actually saw combat in real life in World War II, it's just insane. Can you imagine firing this thing? Yeah, I definitely do not want to be on the receiving end on this thing, because whatever it hits, it's no longer going to be in one piece. It's going to be all over the place, and that's quite literally, because this thing just has that much power. It's just insane. Even though it's not practical, obviously, not a solo vehicle. If you fire and if you fire and if the target survives, you're basically done for, because it takes 30 seconds to reload this thing. And yeah, your enemy is definitely not going to sit there and watch you reload. They will kill you. So, while I like this vehicle, the reload is the thing that is the most annoying part of the KV-2. The reload is definitely the most annoying part of the KV-2. And I am on 4 kills so far. And let me see if I can get some more kills with it. I mean, if I can definitely get a lot more kills with it. I just have to be a little bit more careful with what I'm doing, since this is not a T1E1. And obviously I can't just run around with this thing. I have to play careful, just a little bit more careful. Oh look, hello there and goodbye. Just like that. When you see this thing looking at you, it's just game over, or the snail does save you, and the snail just trolls you. Which does happen occasionally as well. Now let me see if I can go and capture zone A. Oh look, another T-34, and this is one of the occasions where the HE shell doesn't do the job, and yeah. Also a terrible shot from my end. It tended to hit the front, or the midsection of the tank, but I missed, and it hit the engine basically. I also love how my teammate just died. I did rely on the teammates. Well, it was a bad mistake. Should have stayed there, but yeah. And did you see that? I actually fired, but the shell didn't go out. That T-34 should have been dead, but they're alive. Well, let me see if I actually, let me wait. Let me see if that they are going to eat. They think I'm repairing. Well, that's a bad mistake, because I wasn't repairing. I could have repaired, but I didn't. I kind of had a feeling that they would try to rush me, but now I'll repair, and I also reload. I'll take the moment here to reload and repair the vehicle. That T-34 should have been killed. I fired. You could see the shell get out, but it didn't. The game has some bugs for sure, but nothing too serious, just annoying in some cases. But that T-34 should have been dead. Oh well, let me capture B. That was kill number 6, by the way. Kill number 6. Okay, let me capture the base now, and let's see what happens next. I might go and capture C as well. Yeah, I think I might just go and capture C, unless something pops out of the corner. Yeah, let's go. I have some support, hopefully. Although maybe trusting the team isn't the best thing to do. Oh look, AM4A1. Boom. Ouch, that was a nasty hit. That was a nasty one. Another T-34. Ooh. Also a nasty hit from the side. Well, I think we're going to win the match. There is no way that we will lose. Well, I say no way. I mean, I've lost games like this before in the past, so anything is possible. But I'll try to win. Would be a waste not to win something like that. That was very well played, actually. I really like how this. Yeah, this is gonna be a victory. Well, that was the T1E1 versus the KV-2. Oh man. Actually, if you have enough gold, just get both of these vehicles. They're just way too much fun. Honestly, these things are just ridiculous fun, and I honestly, if you can buy both, just get both. They're both worth it. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. And as always, I'll see you next time.